Hello friends and welcome to StudyIQ. I am Joycey Joy and today in this lecture we will discuss about promoting e-Pharmacies in India or electronic pharmacies in India. Now let us first understand what is the current affair. The entry of e-Pharmacies or electronic pharmacies will bring down the price of the medicine for Indian patients. So this will improve the affordability of medicines for Indian patients. So on the other hand, there is also another controversy that this will increase the competition and therefore it will hamper the existing pharmacies in India. So this is the ongoing debate, and based on this we will discuss this issue in detail in this lecture. But before we begin, this is our channel StudyIQ and we are providing pen drive courses for various competitive examinations including SSC bank courses, UPSC Civil Services Examination, SSC JE courses, NABARD exams, RBI exams, various other competitive exams, and also for different professional courses. You can visit our website www.studyiq.com or make a call to any of these numbers for more information. And also our month-end sale is going on and you can avail a flat 60% discount on various courses. So please visit our website or make a call for more information. And this offer is valid till 28th of February 2019. Now coming back to our topic, let us understand what is meant by e-Pharmacies or electronic pharmacies. E-Pharmacies or electronic pharmacies are those pharmacies that operate through website or smartphone mobile apps. So you can check into their website or you can use mobile apps in order to make purchase of the medicines, and also there will be a convenience of home delivery of medicines to your place. So this is meant by e-Pharmacies. So this is more convenient and also cost friendly. But on the other hand, there are 8.4 lakh pharmacists running brick and mortar pharmacies in India or across India. Now coming to e-Pharmacies or electronic pharmacies, you can make your purchases on medicines the same way you make other online purchases. Like for example, you might have purchased different things on Amazon or Flipkart or on various other websites or mobile applications. So similarly, you can also make purchase of your medicines that you need through this e-Pharmacies, and they would be offering you certain discount of at least 20% compared to other traditional pharmacists. So if you purchase a particular product from Amazon or from Flipkart or any other online e-commerce venture, you will be getting certain discount. Similarly, in case of e-Pharmacies also, they would be providing at least 20% of discount compared to traditional pharmacists. So we can say that e-Pharmacies are cost friendly or more affordable compared to traditional pharmacies. And for scheduled drugs which needs a prescription of the doctor, what really happens is that the patients can submit the photographs of the prescriptions given by the doctor, and after that you can place your order. So this is the case with scheduled drugs. And what is the problem with e-Pharmacies in India? It has been almost 4 years now that there are many e-Pharmacies that are operating in India. But even though it has been 4 years that these pharmacies are operating in India, there is no proper legal status for this pharmacies. That means the government has not come up with proper draft rules that will clearly mention about the functioning or the rules, terms and conditions of these e-Pharmacies. So government is yet to notify the law draft rules that is published in 2018. So a draft rule was already published in 2018, but government has not yet notified. So this is what is required. So proper regulation of e-Pharmacies are necessary, and for that the draft policies or the laws should be notified by the government. Now let us understand what are the views that are against e-Pharmacies in India. So the most important opponents of e-Pharmacies in India are the trade associations of existing pharmacists and chemists. We have seen there are 8.4 lakh pharmacies that are operating in India, and the trade unions of these pharmacists or the chemists are the biggest opponents of ePharmacies India. So they argue that their livelihoods would be threatened by venture capital backed ePharmacies. This is because the ePharmacists would be able to provide at least 20% of discount on medicines, and obviously patients or the customers would be approaching the ePharmacies rather than the normal traditional pharmacies where they do not get any discount. So ePharmacies would provide certain discount, and obviously the competition would increase. So this will be a threat to the livelihood of the traditional pharmacist and chemist. So this is the major criticism, and other criticisms are that the ePharmacies will pave way for drug abuse and also the sale of substandard drugs, and this will threaten the public health. So this is where the government needs to bring in proper laws and regulations. So if proper regulations or policies are put in place, it can check the misuse or abuse or the sale of substandard drugs. Now let us understand what are the barriers for entry for the ePharmacies. But before that, let us understand what is meant by the concept of free market. So what is meant by free market? Free market means the sellers are competing with each other and the customers will get the products at lowest price. So two components for a free market. There is competition among the sellers, and for customers they will get their products at lowest price. So if these two conditions are met, we can say that it is a free market or an efficient free market. So the entry of ePharmacies will definitely promote competition, and this will also have an effect on lowering the prices of the medicines that are available. So affordability will increase. So this will meet these two criteria. It means that it will enhance a free market economy in case of medicines in the country. Now coming to the barriers. So as we have seen earlier, the biggest opponents of ePharmacies are the trade unions of the pharmacist or the chemist that are involved in traditional business. So they are providing platforms for cartelization where the pharmacists are basically rigging the market. So under cartelization, what happens? The pharmacist prefers to enter into the agreement with each other in order to fix the price at which they will sell the medicines to patients. So this trade union or this association will themselves fix the price, and all the members of the association will sell the medicines at the price that is decided by the association or the union. And this has led to artificial inflation of prices of medicines. So artificial inflation means that the prices necessarily need not be very high, but due to cartelization, what happens? It is artificially increased. So this leads to artificial inflation, that is rise in the price of medicines, and this makes medicines unaffordable for the poor. And as a result of this, the poor patients cannot afford medicines on one hand, but on the other hand, the pharmacists are earning high margins of profit. And also, the regional trade associations require pharmaceutical companies to apply for a NOC or a no objection certificate. So this NOC is required before the pharmaceutical companies appoint a new stockist in a region to sell a particular drug, and this will result in artificially restricting competition in certain markets. So from this, it is clear that the trade unions of the pharmacist and the chemist, they are artificially creating extra legal barriers to free trade of medicines within India. So this has created huge distortions in the Indian market. So the effect is multiple. The patients cannot afford the medicines because of artificial inflation of prices, and secondly, the pharmacist and the chemist earn huge margins of profit. Now let us understand what are the recommendations of CCI, that is the Competition Commission of India, in this regard. But before that, let us briefly understand what is Competition Commission of India from your UPSC Prelims examination point of view. So Competition Commission of India was created under the Competition Act of 2002. So it is a statutory body, and Competition Commission of India was created or established in 2003 and became fully functional in 2009. It is a quasi-judicial body. So the functions of this Competition Commission of India is to give opinions to statutory authorities, and also it deals with some cases regarding competition. And composition, it has a chairman, plus 6 other members. So these are some important facts that you should understand from your prelims point of view. Now coming to the recommendations of Competition Commission of India in this regard, or in the regard of e-Pharmacies in India. The Competition Commission of India in its recent policy note pointed out that the trade unions of the pharmacists and the chemists artificially inflate the prices of the drugs, and they are unreasonably making high trade margins, and this has contributed to high drug prices in India. So high trade margins of the pharmacist has increased or inflated the prices of drugs in India. And it also noted that the self-regulation made by the trade associations contribute towards high profit margins. We have seen how self-regulation takes place. This is done by cartelization. They will themselves fix the prices of the drugs. So the self-regulation is done when the trade associations control the entire drug distribution system in a manner that will mute the competition. There is no scope for competition, and monopolization of the market by the trade union will inflate the prices of the drugs. And in this context, the Competition Commission of India has recommended that or proposed that e-pharmacies should be encouraged in the country. So electronic trading of medicines via online platforms with appropriate regulatory safeguards will bring in transparency. This was the note given by the Competition Commission of India. So if a question is asked in your Civil Services Mains examination regarding your opinions on establishing or encouraging e-pharmacies in India, you can mention the recommendation given by Competition Commission of India. This will give more validity to your answer. So you can say that it will bring in more transparency if proper regulatory safeguards are put in place. This will also bring down the prices of the drugs, thereby making drugs affordable for the poor population in India. And it will also spur the price competition among the platforms and among the retailers. And similar to the way other e-commerce entities have brought in competition in the market, this will also bring in competition, thereby regulate prices that will be favorable for the poor and the marginalized. This is through making the drugs affordable for the poor. So this can be your concluding note when you give an answer. You can find the PDF of this lecture on my Facebook page, and for any queries regarding your UPSC preparations, you can get in touch with me on my Facebook page, or you can email me at joyce.studyiq@gmail.com. Thank you.